Bienvenido a un nuevo contenido de Uninorte Co. No olvides suscribirte a nuestro canal.
Good evening. On behalf of the fifth version of Cátedra Global, we want to give you a warm welcome to the event Oportunidades de Estudio y Beca en el Exterior, University of South Florida, in which we are honored to count with the special participation of Dr. Kiki Caruso, Jessie, and Nancy Dibella. First of all, we would like to welcome Jeannie Caicedo, Director of International Cooperation and Development at Uninorte, who will welcome Dr. Kiki Caruso, Interim Vice President for U.S. World. Welcome, Ms. Jeannie.
Thank you, Fiorella, for that nice introduction. I would like to welcome Kiki on stage. There you are, Kiki, once again. Hello, Kiki. Thanks, hello, everybody. Good afternoon to everybody who's seen us, all the students, to our USF friends, Kiki, a really good friend and a colleague. And I would like to thank you today during Cátedra Global, dedicated to the United States, for all the wonderful work that you're doing and your team to really boost and foster this collaboration between USF and Uninorte and between both our countries. There's a lot that you do for us. There's a lot of enthusiasm. Your team in the international office, they're the best. I know that at different levels at the university, from admissions, the international office, study abroad, admissions, I don't know, from all the different dean's office, everybody is doing their best and working together, making friendships, developing initiatives, really to be able to give all these wonderful opportunities, to extend these opportunities to your students in Tampa at USF and our students at Universidad del Norte. We know that if we work together, of course, these students are going to unite, and they're going to be able to prosper together once they graduate and once they continue their friendships and they're out there in the workforce trying to build those bridges between both countries. For me, Cátedra Global is very significant. I thank also my international team, Mara Angelica, who is the lead person in these global conferences, and everybody in the office. I mean, I can't mention all 14, but they do a wonderful job putting this together. But what makes, I'm so happy to know that even though we have been going month by month through this era of the pandemic, we've been able to get even closer. Even though we're at a distance, we're together through these virtual connections. But that trust, that confidence, and friendship through technology, it could make it work. I mean, not forever, because I really do want to see all my friends at USF, and I want you all to be here in Barranquilla soon, and vice versa. But we have been able to manage. We have been able to be innovative, to create new programs, to create new exchanges. Our faculty also, like say Mausi, Professor Maria Auxiliadora, she's done a wonderful job also with our staff in our international office, with your staff in the health area, in engineering, in psychology, and economics. There's so much going on. I don't know if I could keep a tab on all these good initiatives, but what I would like to do, and I would like to extend this time, this hour that we're going to be together, for the students who have joined us, for this also the parents. For sure, there's some parents around that are also, they want to send their students, their sons and their daughters, to go abroad, to have the virtual exchanges also, because I know these students are going to grow. They're going to learn. They're going to transform themselves. They're going to gain their intercultural competencies, and they're definitely going to make the world better, a world in peace, a world of dialogue. So again, for me, I'm so happy to have you here, all our USF family, because you are family, not just colleagues. You are family to us. So welcome again, Kiki. I wish I could send you a big hug, but electronic hug. And thank you all really for trusting us and for keeping all this positive energy through these times. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeannie. That was such a lovely introduction. So this is my first participation in Cátedra Global, but I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to share with you a little bit more about the University of South Florida. Jeannie is correct. We have a relationship that goes back over 30 years. It began between our colleges of engineering, but it's now expanded to include 5 different dual degree programs within engineering, and then 5 other dual degree programs that span communication, political science, international relations, business, economics, education, and some 2 opportunities for master's dual degree programs. So we're thrilled that our partnership has expanded and is touching on so many different types of opportunities for students. What I can say is that despite COVID and restrictions on mobility, we've had UNINORTE students with us at USF in Florida last semester and this semester. So even though it may have been more difficult for us to travel, we're always happy to welcome our UNINORTE students. They are a wonderful addition to our international student population, which is very diverse. And if you're considering a semester or a dual degree with University of South Florida, I highly recommend that you do so. Our students are one of the reasons that our domestic students choose the University of South Florida is they love the ability to interact with peers from other parts of the world. And so you will find on our campuses in Tampa, in St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, you'll find students who are welcoming, warm, and want to get to know you and form, as Jeannie mentioned, lifelong friendships. So if you don't know about us, more than just this experience, there are 2 colleagues with me today from the University of South Florida, Jessie Coates, who can talk to you about admission, and Nancy Dibella, who can talk about our exchange programs. And we hope to be able to welcome you to campus. We will be in person for fall, so we expect to return to normal activities. And I can't tell you how much our partnership with UNINORTE means to the university and to our unit, USF World, our global operation. I believe that all of us on the session today have been to Barranquilla, to UNINORTE. The campus is lovely. The hospitality was incredible. And so it made us want to welcome you even more to experience the hospitality that we can extend to you from the University of South Florida, should you come and spend some time with us. So thank you so much for including me in Cátedra Global. I will stick around if there are questions. But again, we couldn't be more happy to have you on campus, and we look forward to welcoming you there for fall in person. And I look forward to meeting you in person at that time.
Thank you, Mijini and Dr. Caruso, for your special, valuable contributions. We would like now to welcome Jessie Coates and Nancy Dibella. Jessie Coates is a U.S. recruiter for Africa, Canada, and Latin America. She was a transfer student herself, has a bachelor's degree from U.S. in public health, and currently pursuing a master in global sustainability at U.S. She has been working in international admissions for 3.5 years and loved working for the international population. When she is not working with international students, she enjoys spending time outdoors and enjoying all the Florida lifestyles has to offer. On the other hand, we have Nancy Dibella. Nancy taught Spanish as a foreign language at USF and started traveling abroad with the students to Spanish-speaking countries in 2005. Because of her passion of transformative power of studying abroad, she started to work full-time for the Education Abroad Office of USF in 2014. She visited UNINORTE in 2019, and she fell in love with the marvelous of Barranquilla. She wants Colombians to feel welcome at USF and for USF students to travel to UNINORTE so they can have a wonderful experience that she had. Welcome, Nancy and Jessie.
Thank you all so much. I'm very excited to be here with you all this evening. My name is Jessie Coates. I am the USF Admissions Recruiter Advisor. As it's been mentioned, I do assist our students from Latin America through the application process. So I would be one of your main points of contact if you do decide to apply to the university, whether it be as a transfer, as the dual degree program. I work directly with your mobility office to kind of get your application in the system, make sure we get it all completed on time, and kind of help you through the process and next steps through admissions. So I am going to share my screen and go through a presentation. If y'all just give me just one moment to get it popped up here. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. So I just want to go over a few things specifically about USF and what you might be taking into consideration when selecting USF for the next step in your educational journey. USF is located in a beautiful location in sunny Tampa Bay. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the benefits of our location in just a moment. We are a highly ranked university. We're number 46 public universities in the United States. We have comprehensive programs, as Dr. Carusin mentioned. We have quite a few dual degree programs, which is so important for our partnership for you all. Our admissions process is actually very straightforward. As I mentioned, I will be working with your mobility office to assist you through the application process, making sure that you have all of the documents that you need in order to be successfully admitted to our program. Overall, USF offers a wonderful student experience with hands-on learning opportunities and outside of the classroom experience to really grow and develop as professionals. And of course, our price is very affordable with the scholarship opportunities that we offer. So I'm going to go through a little bit of all of that. So as I mentioned, USF is in a beautiful location. We have 3 separate campuses. Our largest campus is Tampa. Then we have St. Petersburg and Sarasota. One of the beautiful things that I love about the Tampa Bay area is you kind of get benefits of living in a major city, such as access to major companies. You have things to do on the weekend. You have volunteering opportunities to get involved in outside of the classroom. You get all of those benefits of living in a major city, but maybe not as much traffic or as many tourists as some of our neighboring cities like Orlando and Miami. Tampa is actually voted number 2 best cities for young entrepreneurs. I always like to mention that. I always like to touch on these type of statistics and these type of rankings because it's important for you all to know as students what type of opportunities are available to you outside of the classroom. Either during your CPT or OPT after graduation, you want to know what is available to you so that you can continue to develop yourself as a young professional. So Tampa does have a lot of great things to do on the weekend, as I said, but we have a lot of professional partnerships in the area as well for internship opportunities and work experience. So a little bit about the University of South Florida. We were founded in 1956. We have 3 campuses, as I mentioned, but we are one USF. We have close to 50,000 students throughout all 3 of those campuses. Now, I know that may sound huge for some of you. I myself was a transfer student to USF. So I remember thinking like, wow, 50,000 students, that is so many people. But the beautiful thing that USF does is, I think that, and it's my experience, that the university offers so many opportunities for like-minded people and like-minded students to really make those connections, whether it be in research, whether it be in hobbies, whether it be in individuals who speak the same language. There's so many ways for you to connect with your peers that it suddenly makes 50,000 not feel so big. You have that way to kind of connect and meet your USF family, as I like to call it. We have close to 5,000 international students. Those students are from over 141 different countries. And we are a Tier 1 research university. So what that means is that we offer research opportunities throughout the majority of our disciplines on campus. So one of the research examples that I like to use in my presentation, specifically with engineering, because I know we have the dual degree with engineering, people probably don't think about dance when you think about research, right? So a great example of the innovative hands-on things that happen at USF is the College of Engineering and the School of Dance actually worked together to engineer what's called a hands-free wheelchair. So the School of Dance contributed their research in terms of body movements, and then engineering did their part in terms of like the electronics and actually engineering the chair. And they created this hands-free wheelchair where people can actually dance and use it without their arms and legs. So they move this wheelchair with their torso. So I just think that's such a cool example of the type of innovative and interdisciplinary opportunity that you have as students here at USF. This is just a little breakdown about our 3 campuses. Tampa is the largest campus, and then we have St. Petersburg and Sarasota. If you are interested in pursuing your dual degree in engineering, it would be at the Tampa campus because that is, the other 2 campuses do not offer the engineering program there. So here are some of our rankings about the university. As I mentioned, we're number 46 public universities in the US. We have close to 1,500 students in over 46 states currently in OPT. So your journey does not have to end at USF. With the career services, with the support from international services, with the career fairs that we have, there's plenty of opportunity for you all to expand your knowledge and expand your experience outside of Tampa, outside of Florida. We are number 7 in the US and number 16 in the world for our patents. I especially love touching on this ranking just because I feel like it defines USF and it shows students that your work, your research, all of your passion and dedication that you are working towards in your classroom is getting published. It's getting out into the community, out into the US, out into the world. So people are seeing what our students, staff, and faculty are working on. You're not just going to be working on a project that's staying in the classroom and no one ever sees it. You can actually get those patents and get published. So this page, sorry if it's a little bit difficult to read. It has some of our degree programs, not all. As mentioned, we have quite a few dual degree agreements. We have mechanical, industrial, computer science, civil engineering, and electrical engineering. We have a business dual degree program where students can either go into marketing or finance. We have international relations, political science, psychology, and economics. So quite a few different dual degree options for you all to pursue. And I want to touch now a little bit on our steps to apply. So as I mentioned, I will be there for you throughout your steps as you're trying to submit your application for admission. Our application is online. Typically takes about 30 to 40 minutes to complete. It's just your general information and your general background as a student. It's a $30 application fee that you are able to pay right there online. And then the major step is to submit your official transcripts. So again, I work directly with your mobility office and they will submit your official transcripts. They can actually email them directly to me. You don't have to worry about mailing anything. We accept everything via email and we will process those officially. So we will expect to see your original transcripts in Spanish and then a certified English translation. And if you have any questions about translation companies or where to go or who we suggest, I can provide you some resources or your mobility office can as well, because we've had so many students come from Uninorte. There are quite a few translation companies and people in the area that can help you out. And then finally, we do require proof of English proficiency. So on this page, I went ahead and listed all of the English proficiency exams that we are currently accepting. And those are the current scores that we are looking for. So we would require either a TOEFL or Duolingo, and then your official university transcripts. So as I said, it's a pretty straightforward process. We're just looking for two main things, your official transcripts and your English proficiency. And then after that, due to the dual degree program, we'll be able to check all of your prerequisites and make sure that you have everything that you need to continue on with the dual degree program. So I'm going to skip this page because I went over the admissions process. So now I want to talk a little bit about our costs. So as you see on this page, if you read across the top where it says undergraduate international 1 year, you'll see tuition and fees at around $17,324. And then as you read across that line, you will see our final estimated cost for 1 year of attendance. So that is around $37,318. That is without any sort of scholarship or financial assistance. That is the estimated cost for 1 full academic year. Now, we do have scholarship opportunities available to our international transfer students or international dual degree students. How our scholarship works is you must have at least a 3.5 GPA. Now, that is a 3.5 on the US scale. That is not on the Columbia grading system. So we will actually convert and calculate your GPA for you as part of our admissions process. So once you have those official transcripts and translations sent to us, then we'll go ahead and do our part of the process, evaluate and calculate your GPA for you. So all of the current applicants for this year, I actually have all of your GPAs ready and calculated for you because we will be reviewing for scholarship eligibility. As long as our international transfer or dual degree students apply to USF by the posted deadline, it was previously March 1st, but our dean actually decided to extend that deadline to March 15th, specifically for our UniNorte partners. So if you are considering still applying for fall, please absolutely go ahead and get your application in the system because we will still consider you for scholarship opportunities for this fall. So students must have at least a 3.5 GPA and 60 credits in order to be considered for this scholarship. So the beautiful thing about this scholarship is it actually will award you in-state tuition. So what that means, it's almost a difference in a third of your price. So at the top here where it says undergraduate in-state 1 year for $6,410, you're actually going to subtract your $1,000 scholarship from that price. You're looking at a cost of tuition for 1 year of studying in the US as $5,410. So that's a pretty big difference from that $17,000 that I previously mentioned. So if you're reading across here and you get that in-state tuition and fees, your estimated cost of attendance is around $25,000 to $26,000 per year. So that's almost an $11,000 discount. So as long as students are meeting our deadlines and meet that minimum GPA requirement, then you will be automatically considered for this award. So it's just a great opportunity to make studying in the US and participating in this dual degree program much more affordable and reasonable. So if you have any follow-up questions about how to qualify or need more explanation about the scholarship, I am happy to go through that with you. And then this is just some examples of where our students are currently or have been on their OPT. Just some examples of the major companies that employ our USF students. We have some partnerships with major companies and major executives. They know who and what they're looking for when they're speaking to their USF students. They know our students come experienced with skills. They're well-rounded. It's just, you have so many opportunities at USF to really grow your professional network, develop your CV and resume, and really kind of get yourself out on that hands-on experience outside of the classroom. USF as a university, we are a Division I university. So what that means is we compete at the highest level for collegiate sports in the US. We have over 700 clubs and organizations on our campus. I love to mention that because if anyone is telling me they are bored on campus, I'm going to question you because there are so many things that you can get involved in. If you like sports, if you like food, if you like you know, exchange of language, if you like Harry Potter, there's so many clubs you can join for fun, but also a lot of organizations that are really geared towards, again, I'm going to say it, that professional development. So we have clubs for robotics, for aerospace, for women in engineering. We have young business professionals. We have just so many ways for you, again, to connect with your peers and make that 50,000 feel a little bit smaller and find your USF family. We do have on-campus housing. If y'all ever have any questions about the availability, what types, ever since COVID happened, our housing office has actually really revamped their website and added so many more photos and tours and videos of our on-campus housing. So there are plenty of ways to kind of see what's offered for you. You will see the link across the top, usf.edu/housing. We have all of our costs, videos, and pictures for you available online. Also, I just want to mention our virtual tour. So we do actually offer our tour in Spanish, which is pretty cool, just in case you have parents or siblings that also want to join you on the tour who maybe their English level isn't quite ready. You can join us on a virtual tour. We do visit all 3 campuses, so it's a great way for you all to get to know us beforehand if you're not able to visit. And finally, just to kind of wrap everything up, USF is located in beautiful Tampa Bay area. I am not a Tampa native. I'm actually from North Florida, but after moving down and attending USF, I just love the area so much. I've stayed, and obviously I love USF because now I work here. So we're in a great location, fun things to do, many things to get involved in, and professional opportunities available to you. USF is highly ranked, and we continue to get better every year. That's our goal, to continue growing and continue servicing our students to the best of our abilities. We have plenty of degree options available to you, quite a few of the dual degree programs, and I know that we are constantly exploring ideas of expanding those degree options as well. So if you're interested, I'd love to talk to you about our admissions process. As I went through it, it's fairly straightforward. Just a few things you need to submit, and you have so many people here that are ready to support you and help you throughout the process. USF is a great student experience. I can personally attest to that and speak to it myself. We have so many opportunities and resources available to our students. It really is a great student experience in terms of in the classroom, outside the classroom, on-campus housing, everything that's available right at your fingertips. And of course, with our scholarship opportunities, we are a great cause to be able to study abroad, get in that dual degree program, get a degree from a U.S. university, and still be able to enjoy that Florida lifestyle. So if you all have any questions, first of all, you can scan that barcode and it'll take you right to our website. And then second of all, I did go ahead and put my email on there. So if you have any questions, if you want to schedule a call, anything at all, I am here to help you all. So I just want to say thank you one more time for being here this evening. Thank you so much for learning more about the University of South Florida, and I hope to see you all campus very soon.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nancy Dibella, and I am here to talk about our exchange program. So give me a second so that I can pull up my screen. All right, so I'm assuming you can see my screen. Give me a shout out if you cannot. So I'm here to talk to you all about the exchange programs at USF. Now, I work with education abroad, and my main focus is sending students out of the United States to other countries. And I've had the pleasure of sending some of my students to Uninorte. No, it's not working. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second. All right. So what I'm going to talk to you all about today is that we actually have an exchange advisor specific to students that are interested in an exchange program. I'll talk about the requirements, the application process a bit, our accommodations, on-campus involvement, and international virtual programs, which I'm very involved with. And then at the end, we'll be open for some questions. So this is your exchange advisor. Her name is Lauren Strange. Unfortunately, she can't be here today to talk to you all, but she would be your contact person for exchange programs. And I put here her email address and her office phone number, which you can call Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and she'll be able to help you that way. So for exchanges, you need to be nominated by Uninorte. So ideally, if you're interested in an exchange program at USF, we recommend that you go to your mobility office. You can attend 1 to 2 semesters maximum. Your tuition would not be USF tuition, it would be Uninorte tuition. And we want students would qualify if they're in good standing at Uninorte, and that would be what we call a B average, which I understand is a 3.5 in the Colombian grade system. And then, of course, we need you to meet the USF language requirements, which are the same ones that Jessie just told you about. So the application process, you will receive an email, and everything is done via email. So be very vigilant of your emails, because that's the way you will, Lauren will communicate with you. And she will send you instructions on how to complete the application process with us. And she will also facilitate, sort of like Jessie would do if you were to go through admissions. Lauren will help you out with the admissions process. And the documents that she will ask you to upload is your passport ID page, which is the page with your picture and your personal information, your transcripts, and proof of language proficiency, which I just mentioned. And for accommodations, here's another picture of our accommodations. You can go online and get a virtual tour. But Education Abroad Office has some reserved dorm rooms for exchange students. And that doesn't mean that you have to live on campus, but we will help you with that. Our office will also help facilitate your on-campus application process with the residence office. You can choose from our reserved rooms, or you can go directly through residence. And they always offer a meal plan, but just know that it's not required. It's just available for all students. Some students get confused and think that they have to sign up for the meal plan, and you don't. And you can arrange for your own off-campus housing if that's what you prefer. And just like Jessie said, we have a lot of student clubs and student organizations. You can attend their meetings virtually, or if you're on campus, you can go in person. We have an International Students Association. We have an iBuddy program. Every Wednesday, students get together nowadays virtually, and it's hosted by our Kristen Zernick, who from 4 to 5:30 has these guided conversations and interactions with other students. And there are adventure trips that are planned specifically for exchange students. And again, they're the sports clubs and intramurals. Soccer is big in the Tampa Bay area. We actually have our own professional team. So the Rowdies that you could go and see in St. Pete. I'm a huge soccer fan, so that's why I say that. But we also have a strong team, a women's soccer team and a men's soccer team. But there are also basketball, baseball, all sorts of sports that she showed. Through St. Pete, there's a sailing club. And so there are many, many, many clubs and opportunities for you to get involved. And I can't end my talk today without talking about virtual international programs at USF. And I'm bringing that up because I owe a lot to Uninorte. We have a program in the summers where students are on campus for 3 weeks, and then they go away for 1 week. And we had a program scheduled for summer 2020 to go to Barranquilla and have a cultural interaction with students at Uninorte, but also having lectures from professors in the global sustainability field. And that program had to be canceled. And I called Uninorte and I said, we're going to have to cancel the program that is, I called in April. We're just not going to be able to do it. We can't travel. And again, I am so grateful to Uninorte. 2 days later, I got a call back and they said, we want to bring Colombia to your students. And thanks to Uninorte, I went with that idea to other providers, and we were able to offer a virtual summer program for something that would have been canceled totally and only taught online. Our students were able to get cooking classes from people at Uninorte, dancing classes from people in Barranquilla, exchange with students, and also got lectures on global sustainability. So thanks to Uninorte, we are doing so much more virtually. We have what we call the virtual global exchanges, where students from different universities collaborate on one subject. Typically, it's something to do with research. We also have professors that are offering virtual classes, and they're bringing different activities from other countries. We have a program in Rwanda looking at the genocide. We have a program in Barcelona looking at marketing and advertising. So these are classes that are going to be taught virtually, but we have lecturers and activities coming in. And hopefully Uninorte will do another global sustainability this summer, and we're also hoping for some integrated biology. So that's just to give you an idea of how we have been able to become more virtual due to the circumstances. And last but not least, we have an international internship that is also virtual through many affiliates. So that is something that you could look into. You could start before you even come to USF, or you could continue in contact with USF through virtual programs, and hopefully we'll get to see you on campus soon when travel is available. So that's all that I had to say about our program. As far as exchange, now we're open to questions. And muy buenas tardes. Y si quieren hacer preguntas en español, pues estamos a la orden. Muchísimas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias, Nancy y Jessie y Dr. Caruso. Claro que sí, tenemos unas preguntas en el chat. We have some questions in the chat. So the first question we have is, how can I get a complete scholarship? Okay.
That's a good question. I'm asking Orlando to bring in Jessie, because Jessie's our scholarship lady.
Hi. So if I understood correctly, the question is, how can they get a full scholarship, all expenses paid? Unfortunately, that's not something that the Office of Admissions offers. We do offer the discounted in-state tuition opportunities, which does cut the cost, but we do not offer any sort of complete full scholarship from the Office of Admissions.
Thank you very much, Jessie. So we have another question. The other question is, how much do we need to pay for the double degree program, for the dual degree program?
So I'm not sure of the total cost, because what we do is we do an estimated cost. So we call it estimated because there are various costs and fees that could fluctuate and differ depending on the student's personal choices. So we do have the in-state tuition opportunity, which would make your tuition comparable to around $6,000 per year. Now, the other fees associated with housing and meals, so living on campus with a meal plan, we estimate that to be around $11,000 per year. But depending on the meal plan that you choose, depending on the housing style that you choose, those numbers can fluctuate. So there is not necessarily an exact number that I can give you, but I am happy to provide the estimated cost for you.
Thank you, Jessie. So let's see another question. How can I get an entire scholarship? Okay, that was answered. So I have another question that is from Linda Rodriguez. If I want to go to do exchange, but first I want to improve more my English, how can I do? It is possible to go over there to learn first English?
So we do have academic English programs. We have an academic English program through Into USF, where it is very intensive English, where students would be practicing 18 to 20 hours of English, and it is in a university academic setting. There are not necessarily scholarships that I'm aware of for this program. So a lot of it would be paying the expenses out of pocket. But there are 6 different levels to the program. So depending on where you are at in your level of English would depend on which level you actually start at USF. So we do have academic English programs available, but I'm not sure if we have something else maybe through exchange that would offer English. I'm not as familiar with that.
Thank
Hello.
you. Hi, Jessie.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
I missed a bit of that. I got bumped out, but the question was academic English or?
Coming to study English first before completing an exchange. I didn't know if there's an exchange with English.
I don't know that there's an exchange, but we do have Into USF. I'm assuming you mentioned
Yes.
Yes. So I would recommend starting at Into USF. Their program is amazing. It's one of the best in the United States. Here comes Fjorde. I don't see any other questions, sorry.
Yes, we have several questions. The other question we have is in Spanish. ¿Se paga matrícula en Uninorte? ¿Debe pagarse también matrícula en USF o cómo funciona?
Depende, si el programa es de intercambio, pagan la matrícula en Uninorte. Si vienen a clases ya a través con Jessie, que no sea de intercambio, pagarían en USF. Así que son dos asuntos totalmente diferentes.
Exactamente. Ahí me gustaría pues darle a conocer a la comunidad universitaria, a los que nos están viendo, que desde la Oficina de Movilidad ellos pueden aplicar a una beca de movilidad que desde la oficina nosotros otorgamos a todo estudiante que realiza movilidad internacional, y es una beca del 70%, donde únicamente en modalidad, cuando realicen intercambio, ustedes cancelarían el valor del 30% de su tuition o su matrícula, por así decirlo. We have another question in English. Will you talk us about job opportunities and how we can apply for an OPT while studying our dual degree?
I can touch briefly on that. We do, okay, so if you're interested in OPT, we have an international services office. So I work within admissions. My kind of main job or main function is to actually get you here to the university, help you through the application process, and help you get admitted, review for scholarships, you know, that kind of thing. Then we have another office on campus, International Services, and their main duty and job is to assist through immigration processing. And then also once you're here, that kind of student support that you need on campus. So applying for OPT, they would help guide you through that process, what is necessary, what your timeline would be, how to complete any sort of like applications, what documents you need to submit. And then there are career services and offices on campus who can help support you in terms of like practicing for interviews, for helping to edit your resume. So I don't necessarily have a list of exact job opportunities, because those are always going to vary from semester to semester and company to company and that kind of thing. But we do have resources that are available to students that are part of your tuition and part of what's available to you as a student to, again, like I said, kind of help prepare you for interviewing, for resume writing. And then we have international services that will assist you through that, applying for OPT and what's needed and your timeline and that kind of thing.
Thank you, Jessie. So thank you very much, both of you and also Dr. Kiki, for your special participation and invaluable contributions today. And also, we want to thank you, all of our viewers, for participating in the 5th version of Cátedra Global Uninorte. We would like to invite you to keep watching our different Cátedra Global schedule. We will be having Cátedra Asia Pacific on the 26th of April, Cátedra of the Americas on the 13th of May, and Cátedra Africa on the 10th of June. So thank you very much for your special participation once again, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
The pleasure was all ours. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. I hope to all see you in person sometime soon.
Yes, we hope so.
Los siguientes contenidos de Uninorteco te pueden interesar. No olvides suscribirte a nuestro canal.